Well, I'm joined with Katherine Crowe. We're doing this interview, we did some previously, this is on tape obviously, and we were talking about when we last chatted 8-9 months ago, and you thought at the time you weren't going to be doing many more interviews.
I didn't think I was going to be around at all, much longer.
So with your consent, it was really a chat about you, your life, what's going on. I know it's a tough one, but somehow it seems so easy to talk to you about this sort of thing. I mean, there've been a lot of people out there who are going through the same things with it. I mean, terminal cancer. Yeah. That there is an infinite amount of time, but you are making the most of it, and thank God, it's going better than anyone would have thought.
Well, I'm 10 months past my sell-by date, yeah. Which is nice. We like that. I'd like many more years, please.
How do you deal with that?
Difficult sometimes. I've actually got better and better at it, actually. As things have got harder, I seem to deal with it better. One is to just focus on the good bits, not the bad. You know, a new lump or bump comes up virtually every day and you're always horrified by that, and you kind of, oh, it must be now. It's going to be today. But it's not today, do you know what I mean? You're still living through it. So I think what initially was a great panic at every new change, because it changes every day, has become just being able to adapt to that change, really, is that it is going to change all the time. And you're never going to, you know, 2 weeks ago I was in hospital, couldn't move from the neck down. That was interesting. That was quite a new little, and, you know, I thought my number was well and truly up. You know, I laid in bed that night, the ambulance came, and I said to Andrew, my God, I can't even cry or laugh. You know, that was where we were at. And to be fair, the doctors at the point were wanting to put me on long-acting morphine, and I said, no, I don't want to be on long-acting morphine because I won't be with it. I won't be coherent. So yes, I'm in pain. I do take morphine, but I take very little, and it's not a long-acting one, so I can still function. Do you know what I mean? And at the minute, that's fine. And I'm really glad I didn't say yes to that, because they kind of held my hand and said, but people like you don't get better. Do you know what I mean? But I am better, because 2 weeks ago I couldn't move, and now I can.
And is that it, this roller coaster you've been on sort of thing?
Yeah, totally. And like I say, there's a very, you know, when I was in hospital, you can so easily go into, right, it's now, obviously I can't move, therefore I just accept now, you know. But even at the time, I think you have to just realise that every moment is transient. You know, it all passes to some degree, or it doesn't. But nothing I do is going to change that to some degree. And I had loads of friends come in and cheer me up, and, you know, within 2 days I could move again. So, you know, for what they were saying was impossible, was that I probably wouldn't, I did again. So I just keep believing in the impossible, really.
You're so upbeat. I mean, do you have times though when you, like, because I mean, I'm saying other cancer sufferers will be watching this and looking to you almost for inspiration. I mean, you are someone that is so on top of it in a sense. You understand? You know, you're riding this wave, and you have hope there, I think.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'll never believe the game is won. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll definitely have to be dead first before I believe that, because I can't. I'm a mum. I got 2 kids. I'm growing them up. I intend to be here, and nothing upon nothing will make me believe otherwise. I'm not stupid. I'm well aware. I think people think that I've got my head in the sand sometimes, and that I'm not appreciating the enormity of my situation. I think a lot of the doctors think I'm delusional. But in my delusions, I've stayed alive a lot longer than maybe thought. So I think those delusions are the best place for me to be, because what is the point in thinking any different? If I'd have thought any different, I wouldn't be here now, surely, you know? Because I would have believed that I would have been finished by Christmas. And I think the power of the mind is big, you know. It's a strength, and you can take it whichever way you want to take it, really.
Because it was about 8 months ago, was it, when we talked last, and at that time you weren't sure where you were going, and you're still here. Is it in the sense of the bucket list thing in your life, when you set yourself these challenges? Does that help? Because you want to be in the charts, you want to make your book.
I think they're a kind of distraction, really. They're things which I put in front of me to focus on. They're dreams that I've had, so they're all things I want to achieve. But it's not really about the thing. It's more about having something to You know, people don't employ people like me because, sorry, because ultimately I might not be here tomorrow. So it's really hard. You're kind of out on a limb, really. You know, my husband's at work, my kids are at school. What do I do? Wait to die? Do you know what I mean? It does feel like that. And sometimes you think, well, I've got to have things to work for. I've got to have a future that I can project into a future, that I'm going to be here because I need to be here because I'm promoting a book, or I'm making a new album, or I'm doing something. And in that, I have a life again, you know? And in that breathes life back into me. So well, I've got those things. I've got a life to have that's worth living. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, I said the other day, it's a weird thing. If I could have chosen my life, this is what I would have been doing, always. Not cancer, eradicate that, take that away. But the life that I've got now is the one that I always wished for. Writing books, making songs, earning a living, do you know what I mean? And just getting by, living on a beach in a beautiful place, totally content. And I am. So in some horrible ways, cancer has pushed me into realising all the things that I wanted to do. Now, if it can just take a hike, that would be great. But it has. It's pushed me into, instead of thinking I would love to do that, I now just think, then I will do that. Because I'm not going to, I can do that next year. I might not be able to do that next year, so I'll do it right now. And that's the way. So I just use projects to, and it helps with pain, it helps with everything. You know, basically pain is nasty. If you've got something to do, there's a reason to, you know, even with Andrew having to go back to work, I'm having to do things around the house that push me a lot, you know, physically. Even putting a wash on is difficult and will take me, what would have taken me 2 minutes now takes, you know, 20 minutes or something like that.
On your Facebook, you said, I can walk the dog, but I can't carry bags.
I can't carry bags. I tried to carry 3 Tesco bags back yesterday and nearly killed myself. Yeah, there are things that I realise that I just can't do, you know, and that's frustrating and annoying. But again, you can get bogged down by all of that. So look at the things. Each time I can't do something, I find something else to do. You know, if I can't, thankfully, I'm blessed at the minute. I can't sneeze, I can't cough, I can't do anything that hurts. But I can sing still. How do you work that one out? But I've been blessed with that, you know, at the minute. If I can't sing, then I'm going to have to find, well, I can write books. Do you know what I mean? There'll always have to be something that I can do.
Thank you so much for talking to us. And I think for a lot of people out there who will get something out of this.
I hope so.
Stars shone out so bright when all the world was sleeping. It led the way, it led the way. Many years ago, shepherds saw that star, set off and walked towards it. It led the way, it led the way. Many years ago. Now we know the reason why that star shines so bright at night, shines so bright at night. Now we know the reason why that star shines so bright at night, shines so bright at night. Kings had seen that star and knew it had a meaning. It led the way, it led the way, where a child was born so long ago. As all the world was sleeping, a child was born, a child was born. so long ago, when all the world was sleeping, a child was born, a child was born, many years ago. Now we know the reason why that star shone so bright that night, shone so bright that night, shone so bright that night.